world champion, not just one world champion, two-time world champion, Danielle Williams, after she just opened up with her fastest opener ever, 12:57 in the hurdles. How are you feeling after that opener?
I'm feeling pretty good. We came out here just to see where we're at. We've come off of a hard training block. Haven't raced since February, so we just wanted to see, where we're at, how it translates from training into the competition. And I feel pretty good.
You won the world championship last year, defending champion. That wasn't your first time. Somehow they were shocked last year. They were shocked in 2015, did it again, one-time world champion. What are they going to say, one-hit wonder? Two-time world champion.
Two-hit wonder.
Everybody was trying to be like, oh, she a one-hit wonder, da da da. But it's like, now what? Two-hit wonder?
Right? So now it's the Olympics on your mind.
Yes.
You got to add that one to your trophy case. What's your mindset when it comes to the Olympics?
The mindset is it's a brand new season. Never been to the Olympics, so that's the only thing on my mind. And so we're taking every meet, see what we can improve on. Going into the Jamaica trials, the only goal right now is to make the national team, and every race leading up to that is just preparation for that.
What's your thoughts on your event? It's one of the craziest events. Not only are you guys fast, you guys are racing against each other every week. We can come here in Florida and see some of the best. I thought I was watching a Diamond League today. What do you think about running against these ladies?
I think we run the best. We have the best event in track and field currently. I mean, every time we line up, there's 5 or 6 different athletes that you could say, okay, that person is going to win, and it never pans out that way. We have the most competitive crop of athletes competing right now, and it's fun for us. I mean, every time we line up, we know if you don't come with your A game, you're going to be left behind, and so it forces us to show up in the best possible mindset, the best possible shape, and just come out and compete.
Yeah, I definitely want to hone in on you specifically. So what do you think you line up in everybody? Because, everybody else look at the world record holder, look at the second fastest. You're not neither of those, but you're still a two-time world champion. Where do you think of yourself positioned in all of that?
I mean, I feel like I'm one of the best hurdlers to ever exist at this point in time. I don't have the world record. I think I'm probably like 10th or 11th in the top list. I'm not sure.
Which is still great, by the way.
Still pretty good. But for me, the times, I don't really chase the times per se. Accolades is really what matter. Yes, you want to run fast. That part of it is running fast. But for me, it's all about the accolades. I know that when it comes to August, we'll be ready to go. We'll be going toe-to-toe with anybody at that point in time. So everything before that is just a practice.
So since we're talking about times and we're talking about accolades, you can choose one of the two, Olympic gold medal or world record. Which one are you taking?
Olympic gold medal.
Okay. Hey, you're hearing it here from a world champion, so we see which one is more valuable, right? So what's the plans for this year? Where can we see? You already know you're going to be lining up against these ladies. The Olympic trials in Jamaica is going to be one of the main things. What's the process that you guys are thinking for this year?
So we're going to really attack the first half of the season. So we got 3 weeks, we're racing 3 weeks back to back to back. And then we're going to take a break, go back into some training and race again. And then going into the trials, we're going to just focus on training and getting sharp going into the trials. Obviously, it's going to be very competitive, and we plan for it to be competitive. And so we need to make sure that we are on our A game going into trials. For the past few seasons, we haven't really been on our A game because, but this year we know it's going to be super competitive because it's an Olympic year. Everybody seems to come out on another level. And so we want to make sure that we can match anything that anybody's putting down and raise that level.
Definitely. And let's take it back a little bit to the past. Johnson C. Smith, right? Now one of the big schools. Then go to LSU. It wasn't Florida. It was Johnson C. Smith, a two-time world champion. What type of inspiration you have for other people who, they're not going to one of the top schools, but they want to make it to the level that you're making?
So I went to the school with the coach where I wanted to go, and at that time he was at a Divisional II school. Yeah. So my advice for you is just see where you want to go, see if the program aligns with you, if the coach that you're going to has the same vision as you, because he had the same vision as me. And so you go wherever that is. If it's a big school, it's a big school. If it's not, it really doesn't matter as long as you have the mindset and you have your goal and you want to work hard and achieve stuff. You just go wherever that is that lines up with what you want.
You're hearing from a world champion. Next thing I want to ask you, you've been a pro for a very long time. A lot of people don't know you have to be really good for really long to stay on top as much as you are. I mean, you won your world championship in so many years apart. That shows how long you've been up there. How have you managed to stay this good this long?
I I have a mindset that I think my coach always says my mind is my greatest power. And so I am very, very dedicated, very hardworking, very disciplined. And so I don't do anything that I feel that is going to affect what I have to do on the track and the work that the training. And so I think that's definitely been the key for me, my discipline and my resilience. I focus on what I want, and everything around it has to match that. And that's what's been the driving force behind my years of consistency.
Nice. And you've been signed to Adidas your whole career?
Yes.
And one thing I want to talk to you about is just kind of giving some advice to up-and-coming athletes who are dealing with contract negotiations and dealing with that. Obviously, you've been out there for a long time. You're experiencing that. What kind of advice do you have to younger athletes who they have to now deal with NIL in college and they have to deal with talking to brands?
I feel like let somebody else handle all of that. You just focus on the product that you are putting down on the track, and then everything else will fall into place. Because if you try to take that mantle up, it's gonna be a huge distraction. And so just let somebody else handle all that, and you focus on the work that you're putting in and the product that the results that you're getting out on the track, and everything else will work itself out.
That makes sense. Find an expert who you trust to handle all that business. Obviously, consult with them, make sure everything is copacetic, and then you're going to be good. You're from Jamaica. So am I. Sprinting powerhouse, you're a big part of that. You've contributed gold medals multiple times to the tally. This year, you're looking to do the same. What does it mean to run for a country like Jamaica has so much culture in the sport?
Oh, I couldn't imagine running for any other country. I mean, there's so much pride behind the black, green, and gold. So much culture, so much history. I mean, we're second to none when it comes to track and field. And so, just looking back on all the years that we've competed, every time we look in the stands, there's a Jamaican flag, and so you want to compete to the best, so you don't want to let them down because they're gonna roast you.
It's problems if you do.
It's problems if you let them down, and so you always want to show up and show up, because when you win, the pride and the celebration and everything just means so much more.
Okay, and speaking on the topic of Jamaica, let's say somebody's visiting Jamaica. What's one place you tell them they have to go before they leave?
I don't want to say the tour. That's the first place that came to mind. I was like, I don't want to say the tourist spot.
Something different.
I like going to rafting, so probably rafting on the Rio Cobre or Martha Brae. Yeah, okay. I like doing that.
What's one food they have to eat before they leave?
Curry goats. That's my favorite.
Come from there?
No, I was born and raised in Kingston. I know nothing outside of that.
That's a real country answer.
I love curry goats. I'm gonna always say curry goats.
I love curry goat too.
Yeah.
Definitely. World champion, Danielle Williams. Glad talking to you. Glad I got to see you compete. Looking forward to seeing you compete for the rest of the season. And good luck as you go for that first Olympic team.
Thank you so much. Thank you.